Hello, hello to my True Blue crew. Welcome to our Whip Wednesday live stream sew and chat where we just hang out and work on whatever project is under your needle. I am part of Team Marina for the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. This is the Under the Sea Fall 2025 mystery from Cotton Cuts. And I am so excited to be at the halfway point. So I have my clue here, clue 5. And look, we've got a special surprise in our package this month. Cotton Cuts treats you so well when you join their mystery quilt. So this is one of those fun, retractable tape measures. I'm just forgetting my words here. So we've got centimeters on one side and inches on the other. So you measure and then push the button and it just retracts. So that is very handy for measuring your quilt top, getting those borders the right size and everything. So thank you to Cotton Cuts for these wonderful little surprises as part of our mystery quilt. So I am getting organized here. I read through the first little bit of my clue and I've got my cheat sheet here so I know what colors I'm using. I always save the bags and that way I can put my finished units back and then keep them organized until we get the final layout. So I'm setting that aside there. Okay, we're going to be making half square triangle units and we've got quite a few different colors. You'll notice that we're a little bit wrinkly and crinkled here. I don't worry about it. I'm just going to sew the pieces together. I'm set up with an iron for later when we get to that point. So I will just deal with the wrinkles then. Okay, so you can see all the different pieces and parts that we are going to have come together on this unit. But right now, I need my florals and my watercolor. So I love when you've got that nice contrast there of your pieces. And I didn't plan to wear my aqua blue for the video. I was just going to some meetings today that I needed to have a collared shirt instead of my usual sweatpants and t-shirts that I wear on my Zoom meetings normally. So that's the beauty of working at home, is you can be comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to pay attention to the numbers of my pieces, and I need 4 of these half square triangle units. And it's gotten a little bit chilly here in Arizona. I know it does not compare at all to the snow that the northern parts of the United States are getting. And I thought about turning my ceiling fan off, but then it gets overly hot. So I'll enjoy the cool. We had so many stretches of warm weather that it's nice to be chilly once in a while. So here we are in the middle of December, or not the middle, it's the 3rd. What am I saying? Trying to rush time away here. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and let me know how your holiday prep is coming along. we as a family decided not to mess with the Christmas tree this year because of the new kitten that came home. She's a full-grown big cat right now, but we just, my daughter was pushing us to at least just put up the tree and then we can condition her to stay away from it. And I said, well, I work in our open floor plan downstairs area, and so that means I would probably be the one having to turn around and use the squirt bottle and train the kitten. I don't want to spend my December chasing a cat out of the Christmas tree. So she felt we needed some kind of holiday decoration. So she made a little paper drawing of a Christmas tree and taped it to the wall so we'd have some festive cheer. So, you do what you can to bring the holidays to life. Okay, so I need an E. Yes, these two are my next two units that I'm using for a 4-patch. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can just pair those up. And I'm using batiks, so I don't even have to worry about right sides and wrong sides on this project, which is very nice. And we have a all Christmas music station. I'm sure radio stations across the country do that. And they were playing Christmas music early in November, and I resisted until yesterday. I was driving. I had to spend a while in the car, so I felt December 2nd was about the right time to get the Christmas music going. And if you want a holiday musical playlist, I released my Christmas quilt show video that just is a full hour of Christmas music with a slideshow of my holiday quilt. So you can just put that on in the background all month long whenever you need a little holiday cheer in your sewing room. So welcome in to our Wednesday Sew and Chat. Hopefully everybody is sewing. You need to work on the chatting part with me, so I'm not just rambling here into the void as it is, but I've got my first few units done here, or first components, I should say, for this. So now I need to make some room on my pressing surface so that I can actually press these in the indicated direction. And if you are new to the channel and are wondering about Cotton Cuts mystery quilts, we are starting the new sign-up period for the spring 2026 quilt, which is called Field of Dreamers. So let me know if you have seen those colors for Field of Dreamers. And as usual, I've got a video about that released yesterday. My reaction to all the colors. So many gorgeous choices. Oh, Lori says that she worked in Hobby Lobby for many years and that has burned her out on all the Christmas decorations. Yeah, I can see how you would go minimalist for that. Hello, so and so. Yeah, these batiks are really, really, really pretty. So there's my half square triangle unit. And then this is actually going backwards. You know, I followed the pressing instructions, but they want me to press to the light on these two squares. That just pains me. I know it's gonna work out in the end, but oh my goodness, cotton cuts. Can we please just press to the dark? Okay. So now I have to, we're gonna, yeah, these go with the dark square on top, and then we are going to put two of them. Nope. Good thing I double checked. I about had that wrong way around. We want this watercolor fabric to touch the floral light. So we need two of them going downhill, and then the other two will go uphill. Okay. Yes, Lori, I agree that there were so many choices. You know, obviously, every single combination of fabric is going to be beautiful. Um, so hopefully you can narrow down those choices and have something to look forward to in the new year. I think we get started in February. February to November is the spring, and August to June would be the or September to May. I don't know how they do it. And we got spoiled at our guild meeting last night for our Christmas party. One of the local shops donated fat quarter bundles for like every person. It was amazing. So I have this nice little fat quarter bundle. And I had a brilliant brainstorm of what I can do with it. But of course, I want to make a video about it, so I can't tell you all the details yet. But that's always my problem, is that I have a free weekend coming up. I don't have any classes or any commitments that take me away from home. So I'm really looking forward to 2 full days in my sewing room. And I should be working on my long arm because I've got several I'm looking at 3 quilt tops just, you know, right here, probably more than that in my sewing room. But here I am dreaming about brand new projects to start. So those are the times that I really wish I had a computerized machine so I could just let it run while I continued to piece. Okay, so we're going to press these all towards the half square triangles. That makes sense since that's darker fabric. The other thing I love about these mystery quilts is that you're not making blocks. You are making just various components of the quilt. And so you may have the center medallion, you may have border pieces, you know, they divide it up so that it's not the straight blocks, which is so fun. It keeps the mystery of the quilt, of the final layout. So I am going to keep those pieces all organized, and then we are going to make some flying geese. So we have our big unit, but I only need 2 of those because we have different colorways. So one is, okay, and that's gonna go somewhere else. Okay, so double checking. My small dots go on the left, and then my florals go on the right. So we have one flying geese with light colors, and then the other one gets 2 of the same. We get the watercolor on both of those edges. Okay. So I typically sew this right hand side first. So I'm going to match up those pieces. All lined up. And hopefully you'll pop over to see Tasha Quilts. That will be my destination as soon as I get off of this live stream, because she is the quilter for day 3 of Quiltmas. And Quiltmas is an event that Donna started at Handmade with Ying by Donna, or Handmade by Ying with Donna, however she phrases it. There's some Ying in there. And she turned it over to Kristen of Scrap Fabric Love and Tom of the Colorblind Quilter to organize. And so there are 12 of us. I am on day 10, so you have to wait till next week for my project. But all of us are offering our quilted project as a prize to folks that watch the videos and listen and remember the secret word, because each of the Quiltmas videos in this group of 12 has a secret word that you need to write down, and then at the end you'll get an entry form to list all the words. And if you got them all correct, then you are entered into the prize drawings that will happen on December 15th. So I hope you're all looking forward to that and playing along. I've always got so many different ideas and projects that I could do, and not enough hours in the day always. And with our flying geese, we always press out towards the corner unit, corner triangle. So do that, and then the lights will go with the light, and the watercolor will go with the watercolor. So do you have light shows in your area? We have several places, the big ballparks and stuff, make these drive-through light exhibits for the holidays. And we went one time when my daughter was much younger. I don't know if my husband isn't interested in it, but I'm wondering if I should just get some other friends to go one night. It does promote the holiday cheer, some of these local events. And here's the second light corner going on. Lori says there's a big light show in Atlanta, but she's further away. So yes, enjoy the peace and quiet in your northern Georgia mountains. I'm sure. Are you high enough up that you get snow, Lori? That's always the ideal Christmas image is softly falling snow among the pine trees. Okay, so we have those, but this is where my little thread tab comes in handy when I like to chain piece, but I need the units that I just sewed. And then I have to check which way around these go. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We're going to have a nice chunk of this beautiful floral right in between these two flying geese. So it's not going to matter which way around because they're obviously symmetrical. Turn them 180 and they're just the same. And Lori's telling us she did get some snow last year, just a couple days worth, and that's good. You don't want it to stick around for too long. I read the best book over the Thanksgiving break last week. It was by Jodi Picoult. I had read several of her other books over the years, and I really like her writing style. But she usually does a contemporary story, and this was historical fiction. She went back to Elizabethan Shakespeare England, and just a really, really fascinating story about women, female playwrights. Let me just leave it at that. It was so, so good. It was by Jodi Picoult, and the name of the book was By Any Other Name. Obviously, the line from Romeo and Juliet, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So let me put that in the chat. And then check my typing so I don't get any weird random capital letters in there. But yes, I really enjoyed that book. If you like historical fiction. And now I can just alternate back and forth between these two units to finish out clue 5 of our Under the Sea mystery. And I like to work with the theme that Cotton Cuts gives us. So this one is Under the Sea. And so I'm already planning, when I finish this quilt, to go to the local aquarium for a photo shoot. So that's going to be fun to get some photos, have my quilt photo shoot out in the wild. The last one, Flyway, I just had my bird prop that I was using. And I could, there's so many airplanes all around. I could have gone to the airport and taken some pictures with airplanes in the background. That would not have been difficult. But okay, so I'm going to need to match some points here on these seam lines. So let me make sure, because we have to match. So we get my orientation, and then on the left side I need a downhill. So that would be this one, which makes sense because then that watercolor matches. So let me flip that over, and our seams will nest, which is a quilter's happy place, is sewing across seams that have nested and aren't all bunched up. Here's another question for you. Do you have an Advent calendar or countdown tradition. I do have an advent calendar that I made years ago when my daughter was small. So it had a little, stuffed little toy that you advance through the pockets each day. Over the years, we've had the Lego advent calendar and all those kind of things. My mom gave my daughter a puzzle advent calendar because that's kind of one of our family things. The grandparents always have a puzzle out, and the grandkids love to work the puzzles at Grandma's house. And we joke that you can't sit down to a holiday dinner until you've put your piece in, until you've found at least one piece for the puzzle. But as I was explaining earlier, we have a cat, so we can't really leave puzzle pieces out because that's one of a cat's favorite things, is to knock all the pieces off the table. And then your puzzle doesn't go together. So oh goodness. Okay, and then, yep, my points came out pretty good there. I love seeing the pattern of the block emerge with this matching section here. I think this is going to be a nice bright light colored star. And then I don't know how this might be a bigger teal star in the final quilt. Is just a guess at this point. Okay, one more seam and we will have clue number 5 complete. I've been very saddened by all the news of flooding and mudslides in Indonesia. Visiting Bali and watching the batik making process is on my bucket list. My brother and sister-in-law are taking a trip next year, a cruise around Indonesia and Bali and all those luscious destinations. Okay. So another little thread tab there. And there you can see in the workspace one block, one unit of Clue 2. And then here's the other one. Clue 2 is done. There you go. Okay, folks. Well, this was a little bit shorter as these live streams go, but it is a busy season. I'm a little bit tired. My back's hurting. So we'll do it again soon. I am, or let's see, can I? No, I can't. I'm working to release the block patterns for my holidays quilt. So look for those holiday little bit different blocks. Some of them, like this snowflake, is paper pieced. I've got half rectangle triangle blocks, and just having a lot of fun with my little bit different size of blocks and the holiday season. So look for those videos coming up soon. And I hope everybody has a fantastic quilting filled week. So I will see you soon. Thanks for being here.